with the band. Young Crizzle King, man.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. Underway from Houston. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy. And that's what they're doing early in this game.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. Greedy Williams on the stop. The Texans had 11-5 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw is Mills. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On 1st and 10, Watson. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. He'll get it inside the 20. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Watson just beating the play clock. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mills to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. They run once more with Edwards. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Mills. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On the counter, it's Edwards. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They go with Chubb on second down. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. These two teams all tied after one. They run again on first down. Chubb. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And he's going to go down again. Christian Harris.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over first and 10. Mills on first down. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Mills. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To throw, Mills. A swing pass here to Edwards. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Watson on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 31.
Okay, it didn't break down all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
First down, they'll run with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does it.
And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Watson off play action. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. They'll get it inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down, Watson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. Watson now to throw. He's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. York able to send this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned...
Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep the tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Terry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on third down, Watson. Thomas brings it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Chubb running right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. To throw is Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. And it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mills. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the 2nd half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give running right is Chubb. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Right back to him on 1st down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Chubb. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
A loss of 2 brings up second and goal. The 4-yard goals.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that will lead to a third and goal. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They lost 2, and it brings up 4. York able to send this one through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's Mills. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. On first and 10, Mills. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Touchdown, Houston. Curtis Samuel, 39 yards. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 107 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4 and 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. They go with Edwards left side. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Again, it's Edwards. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Browns drive about to get started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now Watson. And that will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Flush to his right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they'll work on 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To throw, Watson. On the move to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments. And anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
A lot of pressure here for Cade York. This to almost certainly win the football game. York able to send this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Greedy Williams picks it off, and the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Browns,
they finish off the regular season at 12 up and 5 down.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Houston,
the loss means they'll finish at 11-6 overall.
And it's going to be wait-and-see time as they figure out their status for the upcoming playoffs.